Good morning. I am Dickson Gould, Chair of the Manitoba Protein Consortium. The Manitoba Protein Consortium is a committee of industry representatives appointed by the Government of Manitoba to provide leadership to Manitoba's protein industry strategy. I am also the president of the progressive group of companies in Niverville, Manitoba. We're involved in primary production of pork, beef, and turkey, and further processing with Winkler meats and Pioneer meats. We have an excellent group of industry representatives with diverse areas of expertise contributing to the consortium. The first person I'd like to introduce is Kamala Jurger. Kamala is the Ecosystem Development Manager at the Protein Industry Canada. Kamala also has worked at Economic Development Winnipeg, Cargill Corporation, Switzerland Global Enterprise, and Euromonitor. Dr. Emma Magoo is Associate Professor of Sustainable Grassland and Livestock Production Systems at the University of Manitoba, Department of Animal Science. James Battergill is the founder of the Juno Food Lab, and James has a Bachelor of Arts degree from the University of Manitoba, has experience as the General Manager and Policy Analyst for the Keystone Agriculture Producers. Christine Tapley is a regional agrologist for Ducks Unlimited Canada, as well as owner-operator of Old Shore Cattle Company. She has a Bachelor of Science, Master degree in Animal Science from the University of Manitoba. Neil Cunningham is the Director of Conservation and Climate for the Government of Manitoba. Sav Bellissimo is the Store Brand Manager for Federated Cooperatives Limited. He has extensive experience in sourcing, procuring, marketing, within the food industry. Sav has also worked for the Loblaw Corporation and holds a Bachelor of Arts degree from the University of Guelph. In September 2019, Manitoba held a protein summit and launched a sustainable protein strategy called the Manitoba Protein Advantage. The goal of the strategy in 2019 was to sustainably grow the plant and animal protein industry, create a new value for producers, processors through innovation and value chain collaboration, and to attract new investments of $1.5 billion in this sector and create more than 1,500 employment opportunities by the year 2025. The vision of the strategy is to become a global protein supplier of choice, leading Canada in sustainable protein industry growth that benefits the profitability and competitiveness of Manitoba producers, processors, and the provincial economy. Manitoba is home to the first canola processor in North America. It's home to the world's largest pea processor, home to the world's largest hemp processing company, and home to Canada's largest bacon processing facility. We are also home to cutting-edge food processing and world-class research infrastructure in the agri-food space. The growing demand for protein puts Manitoba in a very, very strong position to not only process the raw commodities, but also to produce and incorporate manufactured ingredients in further value-added consumer products. The consortium has been championing a global sustainable protein challenge dialogue since June of 2020. A challenge dialogue is a structured collaboration used to overturn traditional ways of thinking and achieve breakthrough results. It is a proven way to bring together diverse groups for purposeful, effective collaboration and drives outcome-focused results and strategies. There are 8 structured steps that are incorporated into 3 phases, and we had over 90 participants involved. Manitoba's vision to be a world leader in producing and processing sustainable animal and plant protein. We know we can't do it alone, but we need to mobilize a wide variety of stakeholders to help us achieve that vision. Over the past 9 months, the province has worked together and our stakeholders across the food and agriculture industry to identify specific actions, gaps to fill. We are in the process of identifying a network of collaborators on research to support the province's vision to differentiate its protein as sustainable protein. The Sustainable Protein Design Team that consisted of 17 industry leaders from Canada, Netherlands, and Bulgaria that collaborated together. They identified opportunities for scalable impact and then prioritized strategic activities to achieve these goals. The end result of this hard work is the creation of the Sustainable Protein Action Framework for the province of Manitoba that we are sharing here with you today. On January 28th, 2021, we had 90 organizations across the global protein supply chain participate in the Sustainable Protein Innovation Forum to review this action framework and collectively identify priority areas that will help position Manitoba as a leader in sustainable protein, which we will discuss much more fully later in this presentation. The work we have collectively accomplished in 2020 will enable Manitoba to advance innovative solutions, identify opportunities for scalable impact, and to develop strategic partnerships, not only within Manitoba, but with a national scope and a global scope in 2021 and beyond. Through strengthened collaboration and accelerated innovation, the Manitoba industry can realize its collective potential to produce protein that is diverse, high quality, healthy, and increasingly sustainable. Although this slide is extremely difficult to read, it is accumulation of 114 interventions or actions that drive the action framework. Please note the link to this framework document will be shared with all summit participants. The ultimate benefit of the Sustainable Action Framework is that Manitoba proudly leads Canada and the world as an innovative model for high-value sustainable protein that nurtures and benefits all people, the local environment, and the climate. It is to have Manitoba regarded as a global leader in sustainability and as a sustainable protein supplier of choice. We also want Manitoba to contribute to the UN Sustainability Development Goals. Economically, we want to see Manitoba economy grow with increased profitability for producers and processors, new business creation, increased high-value direct and indirect jobs, as well as we want to attract and secure new talent for the Manitoba economy. Socially, we like to create a safe and a healthier workplace for employees in the agriculture and food sector, and we will want to advance reconciliation with Indigenous peoples. We want consumers locally and throughout the world to benefit from having a trusted and healthy food produced sustainably in Manitoba. We want to see our province reduce greenhouse gas emission, maximum carbon sequestration, and withstand water-related climate change impacts. Locally, we want the environment to be strengthened with enhanced ecosystem services, improved biodiversity, improved water quality, and reduced waste. To achieve these long-term goals and benefits, the Sustainable Action Framework has identified 10 functional areas or groupings within the framework that we need to focus on. Each of these functional areas has goals and interventions or actions associated with it. The next 3 slides will focus on the key priorities identified by the 90 participants at the Innovation Forum held in January 28, 2021. Here are some of the key priorities of each functional area highlighted by those 90 participants. Measurement, monitoring, verification. Ensure that we have a robust and consistent and trusted approach to sustainable protein performance accounting. This will allow Manitoba to establish a performance index, a baseline, and benchmarks. If you can't measure it, you can't improve. Soil ecosystem and biodiversity. Adopt, adapt, or develop and implement appropriate farming knowledge and best practice in regenerative agriculture, water management, natural habitat, crop production, precision agriculture, and byproduct utilization, inclusive of Indigenous traditional experience and learnings. Branding, communication, and marketing. It's important for us to have a strong protein brand that distinguishes Manitoba protein products, builds trust, inspires action, and creates value for all the participants. It's important that Manitoba have access to better market knowledge and actionable data to enable forward-looking decision-making by the industry. Sustainable protein. Sustainable packaging needs to be advanced and encourage adoption of the principles of circularity and minimizing waste. Innovation. Build stronger strategic partnerships outside of Manitoba with Indigenous partners. Focus on sustainable protein business opportunities. This will develop more value-add, innovation-focused partnerships. Working together. Focus initial work on priority pre-competitive research, public good, or complex problems requiring collaboration. This will ensure contributors to the Sustainable Protein Initiative experience tangible early benefits of collaboration. Information and knowledge. Design and undertake comprehensive tailored surveys, interviews, focus groups to assess the current situation and prioritize information and research knowledge needs for the protein industry. This will ensure the sustainable protein related data, information, knowledge, research requirements, and priorities are better known across the value chain. Workforce. Update agriculture and food education learning programs to include the latest in sustainable protein developments. This will ensure these programs reflect the latest advancements in research, technology, and innovation. Finance. Implement carbon pricing through policy and regulatory tools. This will allow money from carbon credits in the markets to provide increasing amounts of capital for sustainable protein initiatives. Enabling policy and infrastructure. It is important for Manitoba infrastructure and facility assets are to be well leveraged, maintained, and or expanded to support and grow sustainable protein capacity. For example, we need to ensure the current and future renewable and alternative energy needs are accommodated. We must ensure water and related services are available to support sustainable protein supply chain needs and requirements. And necessary waste and recycling facilities and services are available to support the current and future supply chain needs required. We have ambition to be a world leader in sustainable protein production and process. To realize the goal, we first need to understand all the elements required that will enable us the opportunity to be a world leader in sustainability and how they fit together. This is the Sustainable Protein Action Framework. This is our plan. To develop this framework, it's essential to collaborate and engage broadly, and we did so through the 17 design team members, 85 participants in the dialogue, 90 participants in the innovation forum. For continued success, collaboration will be the key. Now that we have clarity on the key priorities, we need to focus on these actions and interventions to achieve these goals. This is where our attention for 2021 and beyond will be focused on. No single group is responsible for implementing this plan, and everyone has a role to play. It is important that everyone in Manitoba agriculture and food industry and beyond, and online here today, can see where they fit and where we can achieve and what we can achieve if we all work together. Now that this important strategy work is now completed, we are looking forward to exploring next steps with the industry and to keep the momentum and ensure that all of us are able to turn this framework into action. Collaboration has been central to the development of this framework and will be central to its implementation. No single group owns it, and we all have a role in advancing the work to achieve this goal. And always I want to remind you, is our goal is to be the global supplier of choice and leading Canada in sustainable protein industry growth. Thank you very much for your participation, and please hope you enjoy the balance of the day.